Dictation number SV1503. Get ready. Start. Your Excellency Thiru Jagjeevan Ram, Chief Ministers and Ministers of the States and Friends, I am happy that Tamil Nadu has been able to host this distinguished gathering. It was decided to have this conference in the end of December. For various reasons, we could not conduct this conference then. Subsequently, Thiru Jagjeevan Ram suggested that he would like to hold this conference in Delhi. I sent him a cable when I was in the United States, particularly requesting him to see that this conference was held at Madras in June. I am happy that he has agreed to my request. I would like to express my sincere and genuine pleasure in having you all here in this city. We have gathered to discuss the community development and cooperative programs today and tomorrow. These are two very important subjects that have a vital bearing on rural economy. We have attempted to do something in the last 15 to 20 years. The time has come when we should, at a really high level in government, review the work done so far and find out how far we have been successful in our efforts in these two sectors of the economy. Have we been going on the right lines? Do we need to change? What should be the basis or the framework for our progress in the next decade or two? These are weighty questions, and there are large number of experts and statesmen in this gathering who could enlighten us in regard to the various aspects of our future program. I am here to learn from them all, and in this address of mine, it is my purpose to highlight some of the problems regarding the community development as we see it in the state of Tamil Nadu. One important problem in community development is difficulties and disagreements arising between the non-officials and the officials in regard to their respective rules in community development. We have now a large number of non-officials who want executive powers to be vested in them. The various senior officials in the government suggest that since a large sum of government money is going to be spent, someone who is answerable for the expenditure to the government and audit alone should be vested with executive powers. This would mean that only paid officers will be vested with executive powers. Nevertheless, it is necessary for us to devise ways and means to provide the non-officials with a sense of participation in the achievements of community development. If we can enlarge the scope given to the non-officials while at the same time not interfering with the accountability in regard to public expenditure to the legislature and to audit, we would have succeeded in providing a good solution. On the subject of providing greater scope to the non-officials, I would like to know whether anyone in this distinguished audience here could make useful suggestions. Such suggestions would be most valuable and would be carefully considered. Immediately, my government come into power in March 1967. Several experts in the field suggested to us that this department had a lot of redundant posts. At one time, we were considering whether we should reduce the number of posts. In view of the fact that this would entail large-scale unemployment in this department, we are exploring ways and means to see how far the same staff could be more usefully employed. This would mean that more duty should be entrusted to them, and we should be able to extract more work from them. On this, I have invited suggestions from a number of people. Our aim should be to make the staff do really useful work. Another important problem in regard to Panchayat Raj is whether we should have the three-tier system or any other system. In fact, in the three-tier system in Tamil Nadu, instead of the Jilla Parishad, we have district development councils for which the collector is the chairman. Some criticism has been advanced against this arrangement. There have also been consistent demands that a non-official should preside over the deliberations of this committee. One difficulty would be if the non-official presides, he may not be able to secure from the various district officials the necessary cooperation and assistance for ensuring that the programs for community development are carried out efficiently. I understand that the Andhra government have recently appointed a committee which has gone into this thoroughly and has recommended that the district collector should be made to participate more and more in guiding and instructing various department officials in the matter of executing community development projects. I am sure the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh would in his turn in this August gathering give us more details about this. There was one complaint about the old district boards in the district. The areas from which presidents and vice presidents came got preferential treatment. People from other portions of the district had a complaint that their areas were neglected by the district board. In our present arrangement in Madras, we have allocated funds specifically to each panchayat union so that the 30 odd panchayat unions in the district get equal shares. We have also entrusted that more powers have been delegated to the panchayat unions. On this question of organization, I am quite sure that chief ministers who have had different experience in their states, this is a subject on which we would certainly welcome any suggestions. In this connection, it would also be relevant to point out that the village panchayat, of which we have 12,000 in this state, is too small a unit and really not viable. Very often, the panchayat is unable to invest sufficient funds in providing any kind of social service such as village lights or village sanitation. We have to find a way of reducing the expenditure or find some other means of increasing their resources. This aspect of the problem could also be studied usefully. My own experience has been that in the matter of rural development, we have not been able to achieve much because we have not been able to allocate sufficient resources to this section. It is therefore very necessary to pump in more resources into the rural economy. Stop.